Good morning, everybody. This morning we're talking about those images, those photographs, those memes, those things you see on Instagram and you think, oh, I like that. Haven't got a clue why I like that, but I like that. This is one I like. Here we go. So, share screen. I'm not doing very well this morning. There we go. Architecture. Now this particular one. Hello, Cement. You'll have to bear with me. I'm not very good at reading first thing in the morning, but lovely to see you. This particular one is of a corner of a building with sky. I tend to take a lot of these pictures, and when I see them, I think, oh, it's lovely that. I don't know why I like them. I'm not a particular lover. I don't go, oh, that's a fabulous building, and well, I do, to be honest, as long as they're old. But it's just one of those things, you just see a picture, you just see something and you think, I like that. But that's what advertising's all about, isn't it? They tune into what people like. You like the spiral staircase? I do like them, but I don't like them as much as I like the corners of buildings. I think I've been overdosed on spiral staircases, if you know what I mean, because they're so unusual to look at, and your eye is drawn to them. When you do see them, you see a lot of them. I've seen pictures of some in older Paris pictures and things like that, and with the one that's on the top, you can just see a glimpse of it there. Hello. And how are you? Have I not posted a link anywhere? No. Have I done something wrong again? So yeah, architecture, pictures. That one's actually... hello, Misunderstood.
Hello,
Hello, Misunderstood. How are you?
I'm alright. How are you?
Oh, well, I'm better than I was before. I'm kind of awake now. It's so nice that you're on right now because here it's in the middle of the night and I can't sleep. Got my sleeping all turned round again. Oh, well, I'm sorry about that, but I am glad that you're here. And we're here,
Oh,
and it's somebody that you do know who you can chat to.
hi. Caroline is here as well. Just saw that.
Oh, hello, Caroline.
She
Just
she was. We were both listening. Well, I was listening while looking at photos. To Rob Gaming, and I saw Caroline was in the comments there, so she's just come from there to you.
thank you.
There you go. So,
So the example I've got up there isn't the best example I've seen or took a picture of, but it's an example of. I can't find my hard drive to put the pictures up that I took. So
yeah, architecture does fascinate me.
do you
Do
prefer older or newer or just any?
Wow, a bit of both. I live in a very new city, so I see a lot of modern architecture, but I like little old cottages and
Yeah.
churches. But I see
See,
the
I'm
beauty in modern as well.
I live in a very old city, and
Mm,
I think I have the best of both worlds because
yeah.
we have the huge, massive, old stuff, but we also
Mm,
have new stuff, and because the city's spread out over the years, right in the middle of what you would call a town, but it's one of Liverpool's
mm.
suburbs, there can be really old buildings. I mean, the oldest building in Liverpool is in the middle of a housing estate, near enough.
Mm.
So
Yeah, it
they've
was
kept
same
them.
here. Yeah, same here. Because although, like I said, my you call it a town, it is a town. It is a city. It's a town. Like, um, although my town is very new. I mean, it's what I think it just celebrated its 50th birthday, which is very new. There's so much stuff that was there before the town was built that's still there. So the village that my town is made after is
Yeah.
slap bang in the middle of a housing estate. It's still there. The village is still there, but surrounding it is a housing estate by another name, and it's both sides the same housing estate. Um, and it's a very old village, with a very old pub, very nice pub, a very expensive pub. Well, these old nice pubs are always expensive.
Yeah, they are, aren't they?
Yeah.
I think you're
um,
paying for the ambience, aren't you?
yeah. Well, my sister walked into that pub because she lived on the housing estate that was built around it. And my sister walked into that pub and she felt like she was walking into something out of,
Pride and Prejudice.
what? No, no, you know that oh, League of Gentlemen. Is it League of Gentlemen?
It is, yeah.
This was
It's
before. This was when the house. Yeah, this was when the housing estate was just being built. So she was in one of the newest houses. I think they're not so
friendly.
unaccepting. They're not so unaccepting of people walking into their pub now because they have turned it into an upmarket pub, if that makes sense.
When
But
you
when she
walk
walked
in,
in there, she was like,
everybody in there turns round and looks at you.
Well, I
What
don't
are you
think
doing
I
in
don't
here?
know. I
This is
haven't
our
been
pub.
in.
You want to go in? Go in with bright colours on. And, hi,
Yeah,
everybody.
yeah. She only went in there to see if they had a cigarette machine because that's a while ago it was, because there was no local shop. She needed some packs.
Well, the pubs used to do a roaring trade in cigarette machines, didn't they?
Yeah.
Oh, well,
No.
while I'm here for me ciggies, I'll stop and get a packet of crisps and a drink.
Yeah. It was always a rip off with the cigarettes as well because it was never a full pack.
No, wasn't it 16 or something?
I think it was. I think it was. It was. Yeah. Some packs were 16, some were 18. And you didn't realise because you were drunk until afterwards. You go, "Oh my god, I've been ripped off." Not only was it more expensive than going to the shop, but I got less of them.
Um,
So, but yeah, I am lucky where I live that I have some beautiful old architecture and some beautiful modern architecture.
well, I've stopped doing my. Well, I've not stopped. It's just at the moment it's too cold for me to not
Yeah,
wander around.
yeah.
So I've put my wanders round on hold until maybe
Mhm.
the spring, unless we get a nice day or something, and I've got nothing else to do. I'll
Yeah.
do a wander round. I've got a couple planned. Um, Somebody gave me an idea. It's not a lot of wandering around. That's why they said so. There's the Blue Coat
Mm.
Chamber in the middle of town. That's one of the oldest.
Yeah.
Um, and there's another hall. There's Knowsley Hall, which isn't too far away, but you can drive right up to the gates. So that'll be a spring one. That'll look nice when the flowers and leaves are all back again. There's something interesting architecture. There's some interesting architecture here. Maybe I can take some pictures and you can have public email. I can send you the pictures of
Oh,
Millionaires Row and Franklin Castle.
you got someone in the back room.
Have I? I better
Mm.
change my name to Dozy Draws, hadn't I? Hello.
Did you,
No,
s- did you
because
see how
I'm
both of
like,
us are too lazy to change our names back from last night?
uh,
What do you mean last night? She's still awake.
yeah,
I told her to have a nap.
I couldn't take a nap. I was watching YouTube.
It's an addictive rabbit hole, isn't it?
It's a very
Yeah,
addictive rabbit hole. Um,
Oh, have
I
I
don't
lost you
have a.
all of? Oh, sorry.
No, no, you're here. I'm just thinking of. You don't have an Instagram or anything, do you?
What, me?
Um, no, Cement. He's offered to take some pictures and send them through via email. Um,
They can send them to me by email. My email's on my channel. I'll put it up here as well. I don't have a problem. I can't put it up here.
well,
I'll
we'll
close
do it
YouTube.
another day.
Mm.
We can do
So
architecture forever because it's one of those interesting
yeah.
things a lot of people have.
Oh, so make sure this is asking is any others interested in the Christmas gift exchange thing. We haven't. I don't think it's been brought up again. It's a great idea. It's
I think we were doing it via email and via social
yeah,
media where we were just we hadn't we decided to just send messages to a particular
yeah, yeah. I think
person.
that's a good idea.
I told him since we're both over here in the U.S., we could exchange cards or something.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I
I think,
think
mate. Go on, carry on.
yeah, that was right. Us on this side of the pond, we're gonna exchange, and use on that side of the pond, we're gonna exchange because of postage and things like that.
Mm,
But it was to be cards and messages and letters and things, nothing so nothing heavy because
Nothing
it's 'cause
extravagant.
postage costs too much. I can't. Even a bloody card costs more than the actual card.
that's why you
Yeah,
make them. Cut down on
No, I meant
price.
the postage of the card costs
Yeah,
more than
no.
the card. You can buy a card for 10p. You pay nearly, well, I think it's nearly £1, over £1 now to post it.
And that's just this side. If you want to post it that side,
Yeah,
how much did it cost?
that's why I don't send Christmas cards. Haven't for years.
I love
I don't
buying
know.
presents. I've just ordered my auntie a gift set with the tote bag, handbag, wallet, and wrist wallet. Ooh, fabulous.
Well, I mean, if you want to buy us presents, cement shoes, we're not going to turn them down.
We're just thinking of the cost. It adds up after a while.
Yeah. Like I said, I mean, it cost me, when I sent that package to PB, it cost me like 30 quid in postage. And I'd only spent about £10 on the contents. If that. That's £10
Yeah, it's a lot.
on everything, but then I took things out, you know. So I spent £10, but then had 90% of the stuff for myself. Because I buy Mario packs. That makes sense.
It does.
Yeah.
He's not getting all that. That's mine. He's not getting all that. That's mine. I like them.
Yeah.
Ooh, I'll keep them for myself.
No, it wasn't that. It was I wanted to give them as much variety as possible, and it works out more cost effective to buy multi-pack than it does to buy individual.
Yeah.
Oh, you
That's
could
a good
pay
excuse.
Well, you pay 80p for a single bag of Walker's Crisps, or you pay £1 if they're on offer, £1 for 6 bags of Walker's Crisps. What are you going to do? Buy the
You're
6
going to buy the
bags?
6-pack.
Yeah. I don't think I actually sent him any Walker's Crisps. I did send him Fazzles,
Did he not like
which
the
he loves, by
frazzles?
the way.
Oh,
He loves them. He was raving about Fazzles. He said they should be made into croutons and put in your salad.
I've done that before now.
Have you?
You can actually buy bacon bits,
Yeah, you can.
which you just shake onto your whatever.
Yeah.
And you can buy fried onion bits, can't you?
Yeah. No.
They're very, very oniony. You do only need a
Oh,
couple.
Cement Shoes wants that $200,000 dog collar. Well, yeah, dream on.
Well, Cement, there's this thing called I wants, can't have. My mum used to say that all the time. I wants, can't have.
You know, so Cement Shoes said, I take a dummy, but there's a way to buy someone store credit for online shopping rather than mailing a gift card via snail mail. You can also, and this is how I send things to Fanta, is I buy it on Amazon.com using her address and use their free postage,
Free delivery. Yeah.
free delivery. That's how she got her pencils and her birthday present.
Yep.
Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to send them because I wouldn't be able to afford to. But I don't really like giving my money to Amazon,
No,
in all honesty.
fair enough.
But it's also that they're fucking driving out the small retailers, and it's like, it's not fair.
Mm-mm.
No one can compete against them.
Well,
And they
this
don't
is
pay the
it.
tax.
My puppet that I'm making originally had glasses on,
Yeah,
and I bought the glasses in Home Bargains,
yeah,
$1.99, because
yeah.
I couldn't get any blue ones, and I thought, well, I've got paint, I can paint them blue, or
Yeah.
I've got ink, I can see if the ink works. I was thinking of all different kinds of way of making these glasses blue. So I went onto Amazon, and they've got blue acetate,
Yeah,
but it's a bundle of 100 sheets. I'm like, I don't need 100
Yeah.
sheets. I only want one. So I went down to the little craft shop that's not far from me, and
Yeah.
they've got every other colour except baby blue.
Oh, man.
Oh,
But I would have paid the pound. I think it was £1.20 actually. £1.20 for an A5 sheet. It's only a small sheet, but I would have paid that
yeah.
rather than the £6 for 100 sheets that I'm never going to use again.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it just people. You're looking at architecture here.
Yes, we're looking at
And
architecture.
part of our very famous architecture where I am is our town centre, our shopping centre.
Yes.
And the shopping centres, the retail outlets, and everything, they're struggling because they're competing against online. Modern times are great, except for I like I like things the way that I actually like to go into a shop and feel things and see things in real life.
Me
Yes.
too.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
So
Yeah,
when I
me
sent
too.
Fanta her picture, I didn't know what it really looked like in real life until she showed me it on camera, if that makes sense, because all I saw was a photo of it.
Yeah.
So,
But that
We
one
are,
worked out.
yeah, I was happy. It looked good, but
Yeah.
it could have been absolutely pants. I mean, if you ever
Yeah.
ordered anything from one of these places in China and it's not what
yeah.
you ordered, you know,
Yeah.
like the giant
They're double
spider I
XL.
ordered.
Their double
Yeah,
XL is not double XL.
I bought a giant spider for Halloween. The picture had it on the side of the house. It was covering half the house. It was
How
the
big
size
was it?
of my hand.
Oh, wow.
I
I would have been pissed.
I'm like, I just laughed. I just laughed.
I guess that's all you could do, huh?
We actually had a spider a couple of years ago now. It was a French puppet company,
Mm.
and
Oh
for
yes,
about a week,
we've had that.
this this puppet was on the side of a building by Lime Street. The
Mm.
building's not there anymore, and it was just sat there in the middle of town. This, I'm gonna say, 50-foot spider
Yeah.
attached to the side of the building, and it was a topic of conversation, and then they walked it through town, and on its last day
Yeah.
they closed the tunnels off, and it walked through the tunnel.
Mm.
So it was a good.
Yeah, we've had that puppet company come to our town a few times as well. They come for our international festival.
I don't like that puppet company coming to our town because our town's skint, and I know how much that puppet costs,
Aye.
and it's my employees that pay for it. So
Yeah.
no. I'm going to have to be right back. My puppy is asking me to take him to the toilet.
Okay.
Oh,
Sorry about that. I shall be right back.
that's all right. If I had $200,000 burning a hole in my pocket, I would give it to a children's hospital, not buy some diamonds for a dog. Well, I'm going to say I'd actually use it to improve my own life before I improved other people's lives. Doesn't that sound selfish?
No.
Yeah.
You
I
split
might.
it up.
Yeah. Yeah. So, well, £200,000 wouldn't even buy a house here.
That's crazy.
What good
Well, it
is an
might.
internet sensation when he can't open his own back door?
So she's saying if he had $200,000 burning a hole in his pocket, he'd give it to a children's hospital, not buy some diamonds for a dog.
Oh, I'd buy the diamonds first, and then I'd give the rest. Because I wouldn't be buying a proper diamond, I'd be buying a little, what's it called, cubic zirconian collar for the dog,
Yeah,
and then
because
give the
he's an
rest to
internet
charity.
sensation after all. It's
Well,
got to
he is.
have the bling.
He is.
For real.
I was saying I give when I can, and I do. I give when I can, but charity starts at home. And if I had $200,000 sitting in my pocket, I know there's a lot of things I can do to improve my life with that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm totally with you.
No.
We've reached beans on toast time at this house this week.
Oh, it's end of the month, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
It's
was like that.
Can we order chippy? No, we can't. What's in the cupboard?
I'm so glad that today's the 28th, so I got paid on Friday because I was down to pennies. I wouldn't have been able to get to work if I was working this weekend if we hadn't got paid Friday. Put it that way.
Yeah. I've done that before now.
Today's my dad's birthday.
Oh, happy birthday to your dad!
Yes.
Did you not realise the date? Well, okay. Yeah, it's just
Yep.
about the 28th for you.
Yeah. Well, it's 2:30 in the morning, so it is.
Yeah.
Yesterday was my sister-in-law. Today's my dad, and tomorrow's the boy's dad.
Ah. Okay.
Yeah. November's busy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's also
tell me
going to be a
about
bit
it.
of a sad one for you tomorrow, isn't it?
A little bit, yeah.
Remember,
But
celebrate him for who he was. Not think of the happy times.
yeah.
Hello, Mandy. Mandy's awake.
Hello.
So, what would you do with $200,000, Fanta?
I would. I could do a lot here. I
You
could
could.
get a house and, furnish it and maybe fix my mom's house up
Or buy her a house. I've seen how cheap the houses are over there.
Possibly. I mean, it wouldn't go real far, but
Mm,
I could get her a nice little house somewhere. But
It's just 200,000. Remember, 200,000.
yeah, I know.
You can buy 10 houses with that over there.
No, you can't.
No, not good ones.
You could buy 4.
Yeah, it just depends. Right now is not a good time to buy, but I'm gonna risk it anyway. I can't.
Yeah, it's a seller's
I have
market at the
to.
moment, isn't it?
Yeah, because a
Did you-
modular home they want $130,000 for.
That's cheap.
For a double wide trailer? No. What's going on with the sound? Do you hear that? There it goes.
No, it sounds fine for me.
It was like.
It was feedback, so
Oh, is it?
Okay. But
Yep.
yeah.
So
is my
photographs.
phone yes. I sent you one.
Hen-
The second
you have,
one, not
and
the
I'm gonna.
first one.
I've just changed that, so I'm going to put this up. This is hens. I haven't got a clue why I like it, but I do,
Okay.
and that's this one. So come on then, hen. Explain what's going on here and why you like it. I like it, and I know why I like it.
So that was Halloween outside my house. I decorated the house.
Yep.
I am actually at the front of that picture. You just can't see me. That's how bad the camera was. I mean, I think it's because there's a whole stream of photos. There's actually one where it looks like there's someone staring out the window, which I didn't show you. which is fucking freaky because it did freak me out when it was first pointed out to me. So my son goes, "Who's that? Who's that face in the window?" And I'm like, "I think that's me." He goes, "Stand in front of me." He goes, "No, it's not. You're down there." And I'm like, "Shit, who the fuck is that face in the window?" But yeah, and it was just, and it was exactly what's going on there. It's where the wind is blowing the decorations,
Yeah.
and it's just, I I like the blur. I like the
Yeah.
blur, but I don't know what. It's a bad picture. It's an awful picture.
Technically, it's one of those ones that the chemist would advise you to throw away years ago.
Yeah.
But I'm actually in a photography group, and they're doing blur pictures at the moment. Just put
Yeah.
that out there. So you've got to take a picture with a blur in it. So there's people there who are fantastic. You know, they can take a picture of a car. So the car looks like
Yeah.
it stood still, but the rest of the buildings and things, the trains are blurring past somebody stood on a subway station. You know, the standard blurry pictures. But people
Yeah.
have been saying how difficult it is to take a picture that's blurry but still know what it is.
Yeah.
See, I know that's a front door,
Yeah.
and I thought it might be Christmas decorations, and but the way the light plays and the way you can see the movement
Yeah.
in the picture is what I like about it. It's very
Yeah.
difficult to do a nice blurry picture. So you're very good with your photography.
Well, I didn't take that. My son took that, obviously, because it was me in the photo. It was me posing outside the front door in my witch's costume of the day on that particular time. Depends what I feel like, what I dress up. I haven't dressed up on Halloween for a few years, just because I've been either working or busy, normally working, which is sad because I like Halloween's my favourite time of the year because it's an excuse to dress up. So, but
See,
yeah.
it's one of those times that in your industry you can't take time off either, is it? It's not like you can say, I want to take
Well,
Halloween off.
well, I could. If I really wanted to be awkward, I could say, "Excuse me, but this is my religious rights to be able to observe my festivals." I
Yes?
really could, you know, but I'm not that awkward,
Really?
really.
Really? Oh.
No. My
Must just be
previous
me then.
company, my previous company, I did tell them I couldn't work full moons because I had a commitment full moons when I ran a um, full moon ritual every month.
Yeah. Yeah.
I couldn't work full moons. Just don't rotor me in for the night of a late shift on the full moon. You know. But I don't have them commitments anymore, so I can't really use that. But I could if I wanted to, because I have a right to observe my religious festivals,
Everybody
like
has
any
the
other
right to
religion does.
reserve whatever they. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you know, we in our company, people can opt out of working Sundays. They just said filling a form to opt out of working Sundays, and I think that should only be allowed for the people that are actually practicing Christians. But
Oh yeah,
anyone can.
definitely. No, it's a faith. So, well, it's
Yeah,
my belief that if it is your practicing belief,
yeah,
then you can take that time
yeah.
off and away.
But anyone has the right in our company to opt out of working Sundays, whether they were Christian or not.
Yeah, yeah.
So people take advantage of that.
They do. So this
Hello,
is not
Anne.
so much. Hello, hello. So this isn't so much a picture, but it represents what I do like.
Mm.
Um, but I had to find a picture to talk about, so that's what I've done. And I want that one. That one. Here we go. Tree
Mm.
tunnels.
Yeah.
Well, I showed this similar kind of pictures one I took. Well, I didn't take it. The person sat next to me driving the car I was driving, they took the picture out of the windscreen,
Yeah.
and this was similar to the image.
Yeah.
And the person said, "Oh, I don't like that. Oh no, that's scary. That going into a dark hole like that. Oh no. I'd have my eyes closed. Oh, that's scary." And I'm like looking at her, going, "Well, th- that's not
Yeah.
scary. That's nice. That's oh no, that's And we had this full on
It's like going. For me,
discussion.
it's like going into a magical world. For her, it was going into a creepy world.
Yeah.
Good morning,
Well, yeah.
Snazzy.
That's
Good morning,
nothing.
Snazzy. Yeah, it's what's beyond. See, I'm adventurous. She isn't. So I look forward to the adventure. What's over the hill? What's in there? I'm
Yeah.
going to have a little look in there, sort of thing. So that
Mm.
to me is inviting. But to her, it put a block on. It was scary. So
Yeah. For you, it's intriguing. For her, it's
it's frightening.
scary. Yeah.
Yeah.
Snazzy and Elf, by the way, it's Hen. She said, "Good morning, TJ Fanta," and misunderstood.
I was about to repeat myself because I thought she'd misunderstood what I said. I forgot she'd changed the name then.
It's because I've not
I'll
even got
repeat
my own
myself.
picture.
I'll repeat myself if you want. At this hour in the morning, everyone gets a pass.
I, she's now
Even
gathered.
so, do you? Well, you've just said you find it inviting, Fanta. That sort of tree tunnel, and you drive down a road with trees covering it. Do you
Yes, I
find that
love those.
you love those as well?
Yes.
And just reading Snazzy's. Trust me to come in and confuse you all. We don't need anyone else to confuse us. We're doing that ourselves. Thank you.
Oh.
If
So
there's
the other
anyone
picture
else
I
in the
sent
chat
you,
like this sort of thing? Yeah. Sorry.
the other picture I sent you, it doesn't fit the theme. It's a cheap picture again, but it doesn't fit the theme because I know exactly why I like it. It's material I can use against my son.
Well, do you want me to put it up?
You can, yeah.
Which one is it?
It's the oldest one. You
I'm
can't see who it is in the photo. It's just his hands. I love it, Helen. We don't want to see kinky photos. It's not kinky in that way.
It's
So,
really not.
it's not. So, I'll explain what's going on here. So, my son used to what's the word? Modify Nerf guns to make them more powerful. And one day while he was doing that, he put his finger in the one hole and it got stuck. Okay,
Okay.
he got his finger stuck in the hole, and he was looking at the hole on the other side, wondering if it was the same size. It was, and put his
He
other
got
finger in the hole.
stuck again.
So he was stuck with both fingers in a hole at each end. So I can now, every time he now calls me stupid, I can go, can you remember that time?
He's probably like, just shut up.
I'm just disappointed I didn't get a photo of his brother or his brother's attempt at cooking cracker bread in a toaster. You know, because they call me stupid all the time. Call me stupid all the time because they're lovely. So I have evidence that they can be stupid too. That's why I like that photo. I took that photo and posted it all over Facebook. That's how much I love that photo. No.
And no wonder he doesn't like you.
I know.
Do you reshare it every time it comes up as a memory?
I might have to start doing that. Remember that time when?
10 years ago on this day.
One came up on my timeline today, and I thought, well, do I share that or not? It was 12 years ago. We'd gone to the NEC bike show. The NEC Arena in Birmingham is a huge conference centre, and they have different things on at different times. And they had 5 halls full of motorbikes. Absolutely a dream. And there
Wow.
was a new bike out, and I'd gone with my instructor, my friend, but he was also an instructor. And this bike's massive. I mean, he's 6'3" and quite a chunky lad as well. And I went, will it hold the both of us? And the bloke said, yeah. I was like, can I get on the back? And he goes, yeah. And somebody took a picture, and it just, with the two of us on, it looks a lot smaller than what it is. It's like, I was laughing at it going, you know, that's a flipping 1400 engine in that bike, and it just looks like a 125 with us two on it.
So I've just sent you another photos on the same sort of lines of the first one I showed you, if that makes sense.
Yep. I'm getting good at this, aren't I? Ta-da!
Yeah.
I had everything set up, made sure there was no Facebooks anywhere. I've got like 13 tabs open at the top. It's like, you ain't seen that this time. I'm not spending 12 hours editing. So, Hen, go on.
So again, it's just again bad photo, but I just love how bright it is. That little tiny candle flames, and they were little tiny candle flames, but the way the photo as they're moving as the photo's being taken, it just makes them look much bigger and brighter. They're little like birthday candles, size candles.
Yeah.
It was a spell I was doing for it was a New Year's spell I was doing, so each one represented a month, and I put what I want for the year into each candle.
Well, that's
It
cool.
was what I made. It's a candle. It's a spell I'd made up myself. But yeah, it's just that so much brightness from these little candles. They weren't that bright, but I just love the way that photo came out. It almost makes the magic look more intense.
More
if that makes
magic,
sense.
yeah.
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 You see my crystal ball in the back as well.
And your greenery.
Yes, I had set it up on purpose as a little ritual space. I don't do that very often. I'm not a ritual sort of person, but I did set up a little. That's my bureau, which is a hand-me-down from my parents, which was a hand-me-down from my grandparents. I still have it now.
And it ain't going anywhere.
No, it needs some TLC, but it's not going anywhere. My son's saying, "Well, get rid of that." I'm like, no, but it's broken. I don't care. It needs, the hinge for the flap. It needs
Yeah.
fixing.
Yeah,
Right.
and it's
So what's
is
wrong
it a
with it?
full length hinge?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, it's one of those slide. I think it's like a slidey hinge, and one of the posts that put out to, when you open it, the posts are meant to come out
Yeah.
to support the desk. I think one of them doesn't come out as well, so it's fine. I don't tend to
does the
use it as
job.
a desk anyway. I did
Yeah,
on
it
that
does the job.
occasion. Yeah. But it's a lovely cabinet, lovely old cabinet that is there forever and ever. It's that's the thing. Furniture was made to last. It's not anymore.
Yeah. I love old dark
No.
wood furniture.
Oh, you'd love my mum's house then.
Yeah. So this is Darkwood. Well, the table and chairs that my son decided to buy from the charity shop are Darkwood table and chairs. They don't actually match, but they work. They work, and it costs
They do the job. They're
30 quid
nice.
for, in total. I think £5 a chair. No, £3 a chair. They're nice. They're good chairs. They're good solid chairs. £3 each.
So I'm going to share this picture. Now, this is quite a famous picture. So it was dead easy to find. Rainy night in Paris.
Oh yeah. Do you want a full screen? The actual picture.
I can't. It's that size.
Oh. Yeah, you can. You should be able to open it in new tab and it will go full screen.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, try it. You might have to.
Oh, it's
show
on
the opposite tab,
Pinterest.
though.
It might be a bit bigger, might be a bit clearer. So,
Oh yeah, I do it. It's open picture in new tab rather than open the actual thing.
right, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Learning curve. Anybody taking notes? Me?
Then sometimes I have to actually make it smaller because it's too big when it's opened in a new tab.
That's as big as it's going.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like them. Probably because I live in the UK and everywhere's always wet. So I like those kinds of pictures. They're not very distinct. It's not because it's Paris, because I don't like Paris.
Yeah.
It's just, it draws me in. It's warm and cozy, knowing that I feel all wet and dreary. It's like the only time I go into town, into the city centre, into town. The only time I go into town is Christmas
Right.
because all the lights are all up and all the reflections, and
Yeah.
it's wet and dreary, but it's also warm and cozy at the same time. If anybody understands that,
Yes.
yeah.
You see,
Hen,
and saying it looks so warm.
it does that, but there's a few of them, and
Yeah.
that's that they do the bistro. There's a bistro
Mm.
one where people are sitting
Yes.
outside, but it's like, well, they've got brollies. Why are you sitting outside when it's wet?
Mm.
Behave. It's like,
It's because you can't avoid it. Sometimes you have to. Yeah, it's always wet. And in this country, if you want to have a sup of smoke while you're out while you're after your meal, you've got to sit outside, didn't you? Or with your coffee.
yeah, yeah.
Aye. Um.
But
Do you know what it
that sort
reminds me
of
of?
blurry pictures. Who is it? Is it Monet who does the blurry pictures?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
his.
Yeah.
Maybe that's because I can't see anyway. So
Yeah. Do you know what it reminds me of though? Oil on a puddle.
yes,
It's that same sort of fascination, isn't it? It's the light reflection and all that. Oil on a puddle. I love looking at oil on a puddle.
Me too.
Bizarre.
I do, unless I'm on my motorbike, and then it's scary.
I get you. I get you.
Rubber
Did
and
you ever
oil, though.
drag a stick through a mud puddle, and the way it looks like pantyhose.
No.
You know what I'm saying? When the mud comes
Oh
up,
yes,
when
yeah,
you
yeah,
drag
yeah,
a
yeah.
stick, and it looks like wet nylon stockings. That's what it
Oh,
always reminded me of.
good morning, Laura.
Morning.
I suppose pictures, um, when you see something, that's like in the back of your memory somewhere. There's something, and you like you see a smell. What? You see a picture, an image, and your memory goes, I know that place, but it doesn't because it can't pinpoint it.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean? And that's
Mm.
why you like that picture, because somewhere in the recesses of your mind, that's what you've seen somewhere.
Hmm. Yeah.
And it's like smells. You'll smell something and you'll be like, where did I remember that smell from? Other smells, you know exactly where they've come from, and they take you to exactly the point where you got it from. But there's others that are like, where do I
Mm.
know that from?
Yeah.
Again, with me, it's that intriguing thing. It's oh, wonder where that was from. Wonder, oh, I remember such and such, but I can't quite put my finger on it. That sort of thing that gets your brain going.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know exactly what you mean. Mm. There you go.
There we go. There we go. There we go.
There you go. I've shared a tab for you. It's exactly what I mean by what I oil on a puddle. It's all the
Yeah.
colours. It's all those colours. It's just
Yeah.
beautiful. It's such a destructive thing. Oil is such a destructive thing, but it's beautiful at the same time.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful disaster.
Yeah. And can you remember? I don't know if you did it when you was a kid, where you put like the paint on the top of the water,
And you got the marble effect.
and you got the marble effect. Yeah.
What paint was it? Was it oil paint, or it
I
wasn't
think it was
acrylics, was it?
I think it was poster paint. Like this normal kids poster paint.
Because I've been trying to do, because having a memory fart, and I thought, oh, I'll have a go at that. Like, and I was going, what paint was it? Was it nail varnish? Was it enamels? Was it, I couldn't remember.
You can actually do your nails that way though. If you put nail pot varnish on top of water and then dip your nails in, you can get the marble effect on your nail varnish doing that. Did you know that?
I did, but I wasn't sure how to make because we used to have to run a stick through it to, do you know what I mean, to swirl it.
Yeah.
And I couldn't remember what paints it was, so I remember doing it with a dropper. So I'll have a go at that. That'll be one of my next craft thingy-majiggy-majiggies.
You could do it on your nails too with a toothpick.
Mm.
Oh,
Yeah.
Pull it through.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've been took over.
Who's been took over?
You took over.
I have not.
Well, you're sharing your screen and you're scrolling through nail varnish and paints
Oh
things.
shoot! Sorry.
By all means, carry on.
It should have only showed the screen I was looking at.
Well, you were looking at other screens.
Yeah, but it should have
It's
been
all right.
showing the tab that I had open. Oh, did I scroll on? No. It should have only showed
Yeah,
the tab
you
I
had
had
that.
open.
You had that tab open, and then you went onto another tab.
Yeah, but that's what
So
I'm saying.
there's one that you
I
were
thought
sharing.
Okay. Well,
Whatever.
on mine, I can open another tab without destroying that because I weren't sharing full screen. I was sharing tab, so I'm not understand why you could see what I was doing. Oops.
It's a good
I,
job you weren't doing other things that we shouldn't have been looking.
I was just gonna say.
I was actually looking at marbling techniques on paper, see if I can remember how. That's what I was looking up.
That's all right.
Because I said about something like shaving foam, easiest one with shaving cream. I can't remember ever using shaving cream.
I don't remember using shaving cream.
No.
Right, so this is another Cement Shoes mentioned this one earlier. Oh, shut up, Amazon. Alexa, shut up. What?
Yeah, I was just confirming. So, I think you put oil in the water. And it says oil and food colouring. Water, oil and food colouring.
So that would just be normal
Wow.
cooking oil or something.
Yeah.
I remember doing that with ordinary paints, squirting paints into a spinning board to get a psychedelic pattern.
Yes.
I don't remember doing that, but I'm going to give it a go with ordinary paints. So
Yeah.
thank you everyone for reminding me. Yeah, Cement Shoes mentioned that he likes spiral staircases.
I love spiral staircases.
Now, you look at that picture and are you looking down into it or are you looking up into it?
I'm saying up because that looks like a skylight of some sort at the top.
Yeah, I was gonna say up.
It looks like up because the banister's up.
Well, it actually looks like down if you look at the stairs. It looks like
Exactly.
you're going down. Yeah. Yeah, the banister, it looks like you're going down, but because you've got that thing at the bottom stroke top, it looks like you're looking up.
But the top of the banister tells you that that's
From above.
going up. No, that
No, I
you're
see
standing. You're standing at the bottom of the stairs looking up. because the
No.
banisters are attached to the steps, and then there's the thick band of the banister rail,
Yeah.
and that's upwards.
Hey, Cherry.
Yes, to
But
me
as
that
you
makes
look
it
at
make look. I'm going. Hello, Terry.
Cherry's
hello,
Um,
hello.
to me,
But if you
because of
look
the
at the
banister, it
actual
makes me look at it going
steps,
down.
no, but it's when you're looking at the actual steps. If you look at the actual steps, it looks like it's going downwards. But when you turn your eye slightly and look at the banister, that's when it looks like it's going up.
It's one of them tricky photos that plays with your mind,
So,
isn't it?
chat, is the stairs going up or are the stairs going down? Gotta wake this lot up. Come on, use your
It
brains.
it reminds me of it reminds me of Babe. Yeah, that one, Labyrinth. Remember the movie
No,
Labyrinth?
Yeah.
yes.
And that was based on a painting, wasn't it? About stairs going in all sorts of directions.
Oh, yeah, that's another famous picture. That's,
Yeah.
oh, I actually done my art exam with a similar kind of picture. Obviously, it wasn't as good as the one that's in the. Is it in the Tate or is it in the Louvre? You know the one I mean. It is absolutely your eyes go out. Oh, see if
Yeah.
can you see if you can find it, or do you
I'm
want me to
trying
see if I
to.
can find it?
Can you remember who it's by? You've got a few of them. I
Oh,
think it's it.
just pick one because they're all awesome. The one that's got the most stairs in it. Is it? Is it Roll? No. Is it Dali? Dal?
Um,
Dali? What's his name? Cherry said, "Why have you got to do this to the high one?" Good
Yeah.
morning, Cherry. Wakey, wakey.
Escher.
And Cement
Escher that's
says here
famous.
that the skylight is at the top. And Anne said, "I think they're going down."
Of
So
course, things tend to be different.
it is if you just move your eyes a millimeter and it moves. It's either going up or going down. Where your eyes, center of your eyes look. I'm sorry, Cherry. Well, we'll look at them and the consensus is, I think, that it's going up. So you're looking upwards.
I think it
Always
looks
look.
like it's going down. But I think the stairs and the banister make me feel like it's going down.
As Mandy said, it's the position of the banister.
Yeah. But if the top banister, the one that's closest to us, looks like it's
Right, so this, right, can you
facing
see my
towards
cursor?
me.
Can you
Yeah.
see the cursor?
No.
This,
No.
oh,
Oh, yeah, I can now.
right, this bit, so, right, this bit is the steps,
Yeah.
and it's connected
Yeah.
to the steps.
Yeah.
This bit's the handrail,
Yes, I know.
so that's what makes it look like it's going up. Because you know that is the bottom of the stair, the bottom of the banister,
Oh, I get
and
ya.
that's the top of the banister. So it's
Yeah.
going upwards. But when you look
But
at the stairs,
yes,
the
that's what it is. It
stairs
makes you look
look
like they're going
like it's
down.
going down.
Yeah.
So when you look at that banister, your eyes go, "Oh right, we're going up." But then you catch the stairs and you go, "No, they're going down."
I would just like to call your attention to the chat. I think we have
Oh,
a moment in history we need to remember. Cherry has hashtagged herself.
somebody screenshot, please. Somebody screenshot. Right. Yep, that's one of them.
Yeah. It's Escher is the answer. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. Escher.
Apparently, I don't know if this is true or not, but this is one of the paintings, pictures, images that Harry Potter
I believe that.
production chose for their film
Yeah,
because it's
because
so
they have
magical.
the moving staircases. They have the
They
moving
Yeah.
do, yeah.
staircases in Harry Potter, and again, it's based on this sort of image.
Huh.
And they have a person on different steps. I can't see it
Yeah,
clearly, but
you can. Yeah, I can see it on my bigger screen.
again, it's the where the banisters are
Yeah.
tells you which way's up, which way's down.
Well, it's the way the people are walking as well that tells you which way's up, which way's down.
When you were talking about it before you showed it, first thing I thought of was Harry Potter.
Yeah.
That,
It's very clever, very clever.
yeah.
What the fuck is that? David Bowie movie. It looks like that. Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
And that's probably where they got their inspiration from.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's where they got the inspiration from. That's what I was saying before you came in, Terry. I was saying I believe, because the spiral staircase reminded me of the David Bowie movie, which reminded me of this picture, or these, because like you said, he did a lot of pictures like this, didn't he? But you've got the who's the one that does the melting clocks?
It's not Dali. Is it Dali? Dali, somebody in the chat remind me.
Dali, could be.
I'm probably saying the name wrong.
Where's my phone? I don't want to Google because just stop sharing the screen.
My brain keeps going to Roald Dahl, but it's not Roald Dahl, so it must be Dali. Salvador Dali.
It's Salvador Dali, yeah.
Thank you, Snazzy. Some of us are awake.
But he did a lot of paintings with melted clocks in them, didn't he? Or
He did a lot of there's some
distorted.
strange ones. He's not one of my go-tos.
No, but it's also a little bit interesting. It's like, okay,
I sort of wonder what's going on in his mind.
yeah. But don't you wonder what's going on in a lot of artists' minds?
Yes, suppose. I do suppose. There's, where is it?
He was very eccentric anyway.
Well, Snazzy's favourite artist, Laura's favourite painter.
Yeah.
Mushrooms are what's going on in his mind. Well, yeah, well, that must be what's going on in my mind, because if you're on my Instagram, you'll see there's an awful lot of mushrooms. Well, there is. They're fascinating things to take pictures
They
of.
are fascinating. My friend, it takes a lot of mushroom photos. A lot of mushroom photos.
I'm glad you put
And
the
he's
mushroom photos on the end of that sentence.
And he's and he's got good cameras like you, and they're really, I mean, have you ever seen a puffball mushroom?
I have. I've not seen one explode.
No, but there's just that it's like so cool. But I love nature. I'm a big nature fan, so a lot of my photos I will take of nature rather than architecture. I mean, I love architecture as well, old churches particularly. When you see the
Mhm.
gargoyles, love
Yeah,
gargoyles.
me too.
And there is an old church up where I live, and there's gargoyles, but I couldn't get a very good photo of them because they're so high up, and I haven't got a zoom lens.
Well,
So
I borrowed my sister's camera, which has got a 200 milli lens on it.
yeah,
It's one of those super duper dupers, and that's what I'll be doing. I borrowed that to take some pictures. Bup, 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 bup. Bup, 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 bup. There you go. This is my Instagram. Yeah, right. So, just checking to see if you're still there. I'll go back onto there. See, these were, as you can see, 9 inches high. This one. Why does it go dark when you're on it? And then the following morning, they look like this.
they're just disintegrated.
Yeah, something inky ones or something.
Oh yeah, yeah, ink head mushrooms or something like that, ain't they?
I like that one as well. I called that one the sound paint makes when it dies. Uh,
There and again, we wonder what goes on in an artist's mind.
well, it looks like sound waves, doesn't it? When you
Yeah,
sound waves. Oh dear, Cherry, come on. You can do better than that. Laura saw them all. You see, that one was, I was literally at my physio appointment, and it's a fantastic new build hospital building, but the physiotherapy department is still in the dilapidated um, cabin type thing, and the paint through the window was what I was looking at, and I thought, oh, it looks like sound, so I took a picture. It's obviously turned around because the paint splits horizontally. So, but yeah, what
that's
goes on in
cool.
an artist's mind?
That's really cool, though.
It's the weird things I look for.
Mm.
Mm.
So I'm gonna
Wow.
Which one are you wowing at?
Go ahead, Han.
no carry on. Which one were you
I
wearing at,
was
Fanta?
I wasn't wowing at any of those. I'm looking at what I drew, and
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
it's really cool
Go on.
Oh.
because it looks like it's three-dimensional in some places,
Okay.
Oh.
like a glass rectangular box or something. It's really neat.
What?
Sorry, I
Why
didn't
didn't
mean to
you?
interrupt you, Han.
That's right.
Well, we're talking about pictures, so how do
Oh,
I
yeah.
get Fanta on full screen to?
Go on to her one at the bottom,
Yeah.
and it's the left hand corner top. I think, if I remember rightly.
There we go.
Okay. Do you see it?
Yeah.
I do. It's because you put almost put a frame around it all.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, whoa. That's pretty neat.
Is that one you've just done now?
Yeah. While we were talking.
What goes on in an artist's mind?
Right.
3-dimensional. Do you want me to take it off?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's so neat.
That's it.
I'm leaving it just the way it is. I'm not gonna do anything else to it. You want back in?
No, he's on the couch telling me it's dinner time. He can sod off for a minute or two. He's having a hissy fit because I've ignored him.
They're the eyes you painted yourself, aren't they?
Yeah, Snazzy Nails has just out of those cat's eyes.
Aye.
They're on the blue puppet. They're on the
Yeah.
dragon. Long way.
Very, very clever. So make sure it says your painting looks Celtic.
Celtic, not Celtic, Celtic.
Aye.
Thank
Why
you.
do they
You know, if
pronounce- Why do they
I got my
pronounce it
camera out
Celtic?
now, he'd stop.
Because he thinks you take a photo.
Yeah. He's literally running up and down like a couch, like a 2-year-old.
I thought I'd show you some of the mushrooms that I said my friend took, because I've just picked a couple out to show if you're happy to share them.
Yeah.
While you were talking about mushrooms.
Okay.
Okay, let me get them up. So this is apparently called a snowy ink cap.
I'm going to have to sort of
with
face
dog.
ache out.
Yeah, that's cool.
Prima donnas. Do you know what? Yes, okay.
Laura B, because the English language is fucked up. And it's a k sound, not a s sound, is the answer.
The only
It's
time it's
Celtic.
Celtics is when you're talking about the basketball team here in America.
Or there's a football team here in the UK.
Called Celtics.
That, yeah.
Yeah.
Because the C and K, well no so K in itself has a harsh k sound, where C can have a s sound or a k sound.
Yeah.
But yeah. But Celtic. You don't talk about the Celts. You don't talk about the Celts, do you? You talk about the Celts, which was, you know, people from way back. That's why a lot of my influence in my beliefs are Celtic.
I like Celtic knots and things like that.
Yeah, so do I. I've been teaching myself how to do Celtic knots.
Oh.
I could do a Celtic love heart knot.
Really?
Yeah.
I like Celtic jewelry and art,
Yeah.
stuff like that.
And a lot of people do Celtic knot tattoos, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
So you've got either the tribal tattoo or the Celtic knot tattoo. They're very common.
Mhm.
So, um, yes, Laura, English language is one of the hardest languages to actually learn and teach
Yeah.
because it's so messed up. We have these rules in place, like I after E except after C, and then other words just completely break that rule.
Isn't it I
Yep.
before E?
Yep.
Oh, yeah, I
I was
before E
I was
except
gonna
after
say it.
C. That's the way. I before E except after C. Except for, like I said, there's certain words that just screw that rule up. For example, there.
Yeah. Yep.
I. It's
Why
like,
does
hang on,
knife
you
have a K on the beginning?
knife, yeah, silent K. Oh yes.
Couldn't, huh?
Knife.
there's
Knife.
quite a few,
Knife.
there's quite a few words with knight, yeah, as in like the knight in a shining armor has K as well.
Mhm.
Yeah, see, Mandy's found another version of the where it's I after E without the C as neighbour.
Mhm. Wait, as in your
Um,
weight.
what?
Weight, like how much you weigh.
Yeah, yeah. Nats is another word. Silent G.
Yep. I have actually heard people reacting to Eminem's song Nat and they say Gnat. I'm like, oh my god. These are these are young people that are still in school somewhere. I'm like, oh my god.
That's
Yeah,
because when they're doing texting, instead of saying good night, they just put the
good
G.
night.
Good
Yeah,
night and good
I,
day.
I do that. But I know what Nat, how that is spelled. It's not Gnat.
so
I dread to see what an English exam looks like
Oh, I
before the
know.
teachers get hold of it. Do you know what I mean? I was late. L8.
ah, see, Mandy, G. So that's no. But the only reason I think the K's only there to make you pronounce it no, not now.
Well, maybe that's why K is on knife, so that you don't say niff.
Yeah, no, no, because the E makes the I sound
Yeah, but somebody would say niffy.
niffy. The English language is actually one of the hardest languages to learn, and it's possibly because it's made up of so many other languages.
You see what Cherry put?
Yeah, you know you love us youngers.
You know we don't.
I do,
Oh,
Cherry.
that just reminded me of something. The way you just said that.
What? The way
The
I've
way you
just
said
said,
that.
you know we don't.
Yeah.
I've got two. No. No, I do. I do love you.
No, it was the you say the way you said it so quickly. No, don't remind me of. We know there are.
Oh,
No, you're not supposed to be talking about that today.
I'm not.
Today's your day off.
That's that. Well, no, I'm going to get back to it later. But it just reminded me of that, and it's just the person you happen to be responding to.
Exactly.
It just made it fit in place perfectly. It's a secret. You'll find out soon.
but she did say she did love you, Cherry.
Yay. But do you know what? Youngsters, and I'm going to say this, youngsters get a bad rep. You know, they're not all fucking arseholes. Just the ones I gave birth to are.
I, I'm not even talking like in their age group. I am so scared for the future.
I don't know. Seriously.
So,
It's like, oh my God.
There was an
so
incident in Liverpool the other day,
yeah.
and it involved a young girl and three young boys.
Mm,
And there's two ways you can look at this,
yeah.
and the majority of people were looking at why was she in that situation at that time. And quite a few people have said this, and I've literally turned around and said, no, well, why were the three boys there in that situation?
Yeah. I don't know what's happened, but I can imagine. They're
Um,
putting the blame on the victim, yeah?
well, not really. It's it was. You're going to hear about it on the news. The 12-year-old girl was stabbed
Right.
and she died, and
Yeah.
the 15-year-old, a 13-year-old, and an 11-year-old or 12-year-old boy, and they've all been
Yeah.
arrested for murder.
Yeah. Right.
Why were they carrying knives
Yeah.
at Christmas lights?
Yeah.
The people I've spoken to or have brought this conversation up, it's like, well, why was she there without her parents? She was 12 years old. She shouldn't be in town at that hour of night. Well, no, it's like, no, she has every right to be at Christmas lights getting switched on.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Why were they there with a knife? That's the issue.
You know.
That is the
I
issue.
mean, I used to go into town on my own at 12 years old.
Yeah.
You know.
I rode my bike
Um,
everywhere till dark or after
yeah.
dark when I was young.
Yeah. Why are we having to live in a world where we have to worry every minute where our children are? You know, my kids, my kids were out gallivanting all day, all night. The rule was be
When the
home
street lights came
when the
on,
street
you
lights
come
come
in.
on. Yeah,
Yep.
I mean, I'm not gonna say that I was one of these parents that helicoptered my kids. I wasn't there all the time,
no,
but I made it that graphic for the
yeah,
reasons for they had to tell me why they were going where they were. That they
yes,
did tell me. They didn't tell me
yes,
what they were up to, but they told me where they were going.
exactly.
Yeah.
Or
So
they came and
it's
asked permission to go somewhere, so we
yeah,
knew where to go looking for them if they
yes,
didn't come home on time.
yes, and I made a scenario so graphic that that's why they told me where they were going. But it's there's going to be times when I didn't know what they were up to,
Mm,
but I knew where they were.
mm,
And but nowadays, mobile phone, in my opinion, and it is my opinion, and I'm sorry if I upset
yeah,
anybody else, but in my opinion, television, videos, uh, YouTube,
yeah.
internet, phones have played a huge part in children not having um, the the full stop, the background, the we mentioned this in your stream the other night.
Mm,
Kids don't realise that it's real
yeah.
because the parents are watching something else or the parents are on the phones.
Oh yeah, I think it was it one of the people in the chat said they were watching Iraq or something going on, and they became desensitized to all this
Yeah,
atrocity.
it's
We had an incident in our town a couple of years ago, and it was shocking for our town, and it made people start going, oh. It's like so dangerous now, and I'm like, I don't think it's any more dangerous than it was. Well, it probably is a little bit more because more people are carrying knives in their pockets than they did when we were young. But they actually turned up at a party, and it was gang on gang. It was retaliation, and it was 2 people got murdered at this party. Teenagers' party, you know. It happens every day here because she lives in London. It's a rough area. Whereas it's more shocking when it happens somewhere where it doesn't happen every day. But everyone's like hunting for these 2 youngsters. Well, no, it wasn't. I think there's about 5 people arrested, charged with murder. But I knew, I'd heard the backstory of why they went to that house. What they did was absolutely wrong, but the people they did it to had done something wrong in the first place, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
It
but
was
2 wrongs
retaliation.
don't make a right.
No, they don't. They don't. But the story I heard is that they'd got this young guy who had special educational needs and made him strip off.
I'm going to shout boobies,
Yeah.
and we're going to get back onto something lighter.
Back onto mushrooms. So this is a snowy ink cap, apparently. I know nothing about mushrooms. That's why I don't pick them.
See, there's certain ink caps you can eat, and there's certain
Aye.
ink caps that you can't.
Exactly. But I like this because it actually does look like it's got snow sitting on top of it, or frost sitting on top of it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I picked out that one. I picked out 4 photos he's taken just because I find them. I like nature.
Yeah,
Me
I like
too.
nature.
I love nature.
I did. I went into the park, the local park by mine, and I literally took loads of pictures in spring, in summer, and in the autumn, the previous autumn. And I've done a slideshow for the local park that people are volunteering and people are trying to get other people interested. So I did this slideshow, and it went down a storm. But again, it was literally just pictures I found interesting at different angles. I'd literally put my I won't get on the floor because I can't get back up again. But I've got a selfie stick, so I put the selfie stick on the floor and press the button. So cheat, it works. And there, it's all thousands of pictures. I've got to learn to delete some though. I've got like 10 of the same image, which is good that we can do that nowadays. It cost me a fortune going to the chemist.
I
So
have
what's
the video. Oh, I'm
so go on?
sorry.
No, go on.
I have that video of when it was snow and ice here last year on Instagram. It's, I think I deleted it from my phone, my camera, but it's on my Instagram. So I kind of
Okay.
save pictures like that, or I share them to myself in Messenger or something.
Yeah, I share pictures in Messenger so I can upload it. If my phone isn't connected to the computer properly, I just share it to my Messenger and then I saw it.
Yeah.
Sorry for your friend, Terry. No, I've showed you another mushroom picture, by the way.
Oh,
Yeah. I told you he takes awesome photos. So they're some sort of fungi growing off a branch. I don't know what they are.
is this your new
But
phone?
no, this isn't my I didn't take these photos.
Ah,
This is a friend's photos. Because you said we can share friends' photos.
yes.
So,
I said you can share pictures off magazines and whatever because not
yeah.
everybody's got photos available on modern devices.
So, I've picked out a few. But I don't like that because you can tell they're tiny, going to be tiny because they're on a branch.
Yeah,
You know.
I
It's just,
worked with some I was in work and there was a bigger log with bigger
Mm.
mushrooms on it, but a similar kind of thing.
Yeah,
But you can tell that scale.
yeah. Next one.
That made me think of fairies.
Yeah. Oh, actually, there is a photo if I can find it. Oh, no, hang on.
Wish I'd taken pictures of the fairy ring, like when the boy's dad and I, we bought our house. The next day, I went out into the yard and there was a perfect fairy circle of mushrooms, and then they were just gone later that day.
Mm.
I have
There's
one in
another.
my front garden that comes up every year.
Ooh.
She planted it that way.
I also have daffodils that come up, and God knows where they come from because I haven't planted them.
Previous tenant. Previous
Well,
homeowner.
people tend to plant daffodils and things around the outsides. These things grow in the middle, and you're like, what? The only thing I can
Yeah.
think of is when the the electric people had to dig a 6-foot trench to put the electric in. When they dug it up, they moved the soil around.
Yeah.
Soil had a bulb in it or something.
So, there's another mushroom I've shared for you. This one's a weird looking one. That's why I shared this one.
Ooh, a hairy one. A
Yeah.
hairy mushroom.
See if I
I'm
find
gonna
out
have
what
to.
what
I gotta
calls it.
screenshot it.
He names them if he knows what they're called, or he has as a guess on some of them. So let's see if I can find what he called that one.
Is that the woolly mammoth toadstool?
It looks like a woolly mammoth, doesn't it? That's what it
Whoa.
reminds me of.
Whoa.
Oh,
Wow.
I've gone past it.
It's a whole new world when you can take photographs of wildlife and fauna and flora.
So
What's it called? Fauna and flora. Flora and fauna.
well,
I've
Okay.
never seen that in my life.
he thinks it's a tiered tooth hericum. Possibly, he's put in brackets. He said, whatever it is, it's very, very rare.
And that's in this country.
I would guess so, as it was taken in 2020 and no one can travel then.
Ooh. Ooh, a hairy one. I'll let you have that one.
The heck is that? She said.
Oh. Whatever it is, he's a fun guy. Yeah.
Oh, there's Sniper's got it in chats too.
Oh, Laura's got to go and do some work.
Yeah.
Oh well, enjoy your work or not, whichever. And we'll see you around,
Thank
Laura.
you very much for popping by.
And thank you very much for doing what you did yesterday. And I think I had another one. Oh yeah.
Have we got a different one?
I have. I've got one more. There's a lot more than one more, but I just picked out four out of these hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of photos.
Someone needs manscaping, just saying. Cherry, it's 10 o'clock in the morning.
It's 4:13 for me, Cherry, so you go on with your bad self.
So So, what time on a Sunday morning do we have to start behaving ourselves?
Never, never, never,
Is,
never.
is any of you, are you religious?
No.
No, never. There you go. There's another one for you, TJ. Now this one makes me think of fairies because it makes me think of like a fairy dress,
Yeah.
like a floaty
Very
dress.
floaty. Very,
Yeah.
Yeah.
ballerina.
Whimsical.
Yeah, delicate.
Yeah.
Or floppy bonnet.
Yeah. I like the
Right.
fungi that grows on the side of the trees, like little shelves.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Oh
know the
yes, I know
ones.
the stuff you mean. Yeah, yeah.
I had
So,
a friend that he had a wood burning tool and he did scenes in those when he would come across them.
all right.
Really cool.
I think I've got one of those.
Yeah, it
Me
does,
think.
Cherry.
Oh no, it
What's it
might be on my
say?
Facebook.
Yes. Yeah, it does look like one of the Alice in Wonderland cartoon
Yeah,
versions. Yeah, I know. That's
yeah.
what I was saying. Well, that's the flowers, isn't it? With the bonnets on. It's oh, I can't remember what they're called. Because I
Well,
think the only
pansies,
mushroom. Yeah. Yes, it's the pansies. I think it's the pansies in Alice in
because they
Wonderland.
have faces.
Yeah. I'm having a look for his photo, see if he's got the shelf on as well, but
No, I don't think. I think mine's on my Facebook. It's not on my Instagram. There's a whole tree in Croxteth Park that's absolutely full. It's a dead tree, obviously, but it's full, and they're hard. Those mushrooms are hard, aren't they? They're like solid wood.
that's what
Yeah,
he's saying because he carves into them.
yeah. He did sculptures out of tree trunks with his chainsaw, and he had a wood burning tool, and he would burn scenes into those fungi from the side of the tree.
Oh,
You're going out for a fag, aren't you?
Yeah, and some cool air. I got hot in there.
Can always tell when she's going out for a fag. She goes echoey.
And then you hear the door squeak.
I'm glad
It's
it's the
actually
door.
it's actually really good acoustics when you go out for a fag.
What do you mean it's the door? It is the door. What else is gonna squeak?
You getting up out the chair.
Oh, I make creaking noises when
Corny.
I get up.
Party understands.
Hmm. I'm going to see if I can find
Oh,
another
Mandy's
photo.
at it now.
What's she at?
Well, the Cherry and the Mandy are getting at me. Both hashtagged me.
They're hard.
Cherry's like, I have taught you well, grasshopper.
everyone Mandy was hashtagging me with her sniggers last night. She didn't have to even say the word hashtag. She just sniggered.
Yeah, I know, right?
Well, towards the end of the evening, I was hashtagging you by the minutes.
I know. Every word that came out of my mouth, you twisted.
Yeah. I don't
They were,
twist. I
they were in that
point out
mood.
what you've just said.
They were in that mood to twist everything I said. So the point where I'd say something, you go, oh, poop. Oh, I can't find what I'm looking for. Why can't I find it? Oh, hang on. Carry on talking while I'm looking for a particular photo.
What did you just call Cherry?
Who?
You. You just
I
put,
didn't
what the
call
fuck
Cherry
did you
anything.
just call me, Mama? Lol.
I said, oh, poop. I didn't call her anything. Right, I want to show you this photo just because it is pretty awesome. Hang on, let me just close some other things down so I know what I'm sharing. Too many tabs open again. You know what it's like.
Not as many that's open on mine.
So, not last year, last year before, I asked people to submit photos to use in a calendar. And this was one of the submittance. Submittance? That ain't a word.
Applicants? That's nice.
What is it?
It's the moon with branches in front of it.
Oh, okay.
But it looks like there's a fairy sitting on one of the branches.
Oh, it does. Oh, that is so cool.
Mhm. Yeah, not that sort of calendar, Terry. Terry.
Yeah.
Not.
Kerry
It
Louise,
was
that's, yeah.
Terry. Not Kerry Louise, Terry. It was a pagan calendar. So, and I just got them to submit photos from each, so a photo was taken on a certain month that made them think about their beliefs, if that makes sense, or
Does, yeah.
represented their beliefs. And this was one of the photos that was submitted, and it looks like there's a little fairy sitting on that branch in front of the moon.
It does. That is really cool. I want to screenshot it. Don't take it down.
I can send it to you.
Yep, you can do that. That'll be better, probably.
Yeah. And you don't get all the other screens. Can you see what I'm doing again, or is it just sharing that picture still?
Just that picture.
Okay. I must have shared it wrong before. I must have shared screen rather than
Tab.
tab. There you go, I sent it to you.
All right.
But there was awesome submissions, but that's the one that just it I just love it.
I do too.
And that's why. You can't put your finger on it. You just love that picture.
Cherry, I'm going to say I get my own children's names wrong all the time. I've called my kids by the dog's name before now.
I've ran
Have you
through
done that?
every kid and adopted kid and even a kid that didn't exist before.
I've only got 2 children. I still managed to get names wrong.
Well, I went through 4 of them and ended up with Mark, and they all shut up and were like, "Who's Mark?"
Who?
I'm like, "I don't know. Just shut up."
My
I,
youngest shares an initial with my sister's youngest,
I.
and we're forever getting them two mixed up when we're in the middle of a conversation. Because I'll say my youngest's name, and she'll say some conversation, and then because she's talking about her youngest, she'll automatically say the name I've just said, and I'm like, no, that's mine, not yours. Oh, damn, yeah.
I. My mum used to do it to us though. She'd go through all the names. There was only four of us, but she'd go through all the names before she got to the right one. I mean, it's only normally done when you're sort of like you're telling them off, innit?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
frustration of. Well, I'm pretty sure that's why I get called the little one. I get called the little one, and my sister gets called the big one, and I'm a foot bigger than her. And she's the eldest, but that's why she gets called the big one. Because they
Because
can't
she's
remember our
older.
names anymore.
I
Because
have a
she's
set of
older.
twin cousins we call Littlin and Biggin, but you can't call them that now. They get highly upset
Mm.
because we're all grown. They don't like it.
Mine get called stinky and smelly. It's fine.
Mine are Bear and Bop, but I mix them
Yeah,
up all the time.
but Bear and Bop are their individual nicknames.
Yeah.
Where stinky and smelly, it doesn't matter which one's stinky, which one's smelly. They're both annoying. Come on, stinky and smelly. They never ask which one's which. Never ask that question.
When I call one of them the other one, they go, "Oh, I see who's the favorite."
Ah, but only if you're telling them off. If you're telling them off, they like, huh? See, you got the wrong one. I'm the good one. Because you normally go for the naughty one's name first.
But usually it's when I'm telling them I love them, and then I feel so guilty for getting it wrong. Or I'll go, but I love you.
Mandy's dad does it all the time.
Yeah,
He once even said the dog's name before getting to
I've
hers.
done that. I've called it. I've gone, Grace. Oh no, Cameron.
That's even the wrong gender.
I know.
It's
I
getting
have
to the
no.
stage where I call everybody dear. Oh, hello, dear.
Oh,
Hello, dear.
I do that as well.
Hello, dear.
No, but I have called my boys Grace before now. Normally, because she's been up to something naughty just before they do something naughty. So I'd just been telling her off, and then they do something, and it's just automatic. Great. Oh no, Cameron, stop it. Go away.
Wait till you start calling them the rabbit's name.
I can't even remember the rabbits' names. That's how much I care about the rabbits. He keeps telling me what they're called, and I can't
So
remember
glad
it.
I'm back. I've missed you guys. We've missed you too.
Yeah, we've missed you too. We love you. Although
Yes.
Kerry Louise has been doing a good job pretending to be you.
She has been doing a stellar job.
But it's still not Cherry.
It's still not telling, and she does an admin, so you know.
Yeah.
She doesn't deal with all the trouble. She just causes it, and then calls herself an angel.
Oh, we're all angels in somebody's eyes.
I don't think so. Did your parents ever think you was an angel?
Definitely.
Yep.
Definitely, you liar.
I was the baby, so
My mom still does.
Yeah, but didn't they call you the? Didn't you call you and the other one?
yeah, I was the other one of three.
Yeah.
How many children have you got? Three, one of each.
Get a boy and another.
And then there's TJ in a
Um, uh,
class all by herself.
I took a picture the other night. Oh, did
Oh.
it again?
Put your camera on. No,
No,
I don't know what you did. What did you do?
I shared. Why is it?
Can I just say that this whole time I thought Mandy's son's name was Devin.
Devon.
Why?
Just thought she had a speech impediment.
No, that's how I heard it. Devin. I can hear everything else she says.
Oh, that's cool.
That's a cool name though. Jevin.
Yeah, it's different.
Yeah. And Mandy is a princess.
I was definitely never a princess.
No,
Me
Never.
neither.
no.
My mum did try. She did. God love her, she tried. She bought me lacy socks. She bought me frilly dresses. You know what? She tried.
Were you very trying for her?
I was very trying.
I was a princess on the holidays. That's about it.
No.
All the other times I was catching reptiles and dirty all the time because I was
Yeah.
always in the mud and yeah.
Yeah. I
Here's
mean,
the soulmate. I was either up a tree, in
Yeah.
a ditch, running through a cornfield, suffering hay fever, but still running through a cornfield. Yeah, I took that picture the other night because the clouds were absolutely marvellous. It had been a red
Yes.
sunset.
Ooh.
I'll show you the sunset that was the same night. That was the same night. Those reds.
Pretty. I'm more drawn to the moon pictures.
Yes, am I. It's because we're ladies of the night.
Dun dun dun.
I don't. We're creatures of the night.
Yeah, I suppose. Well, on that note, ladies, I'm going to end the stream and thank you
Okay.
very much for everyone who's been and popped in and
That's all right.
in the chat and participated and everything. But I'm getting
Thanks for
really
having
dirty
us.
with the dog.
Mandy, don't speak for yourself, hen. I didn't mean it in that way. I knew it would be misconstrued though, so it was all good. Anyway,
Yes, I've got quite a bit of sewing to do as well, so I've got
Oh,
quite a busy
yes.
day today.
I've got quite a bit of editing to do at some point today, but I've also got housework, so I'm going to mix it up between the two.
What's
And now that
housework?
the supermarket, yeah, and now that the supermarket's open, I can go and get some Diet Coke because I run out.
Yes, and I can go and get a cup of tea. So, as again, thank you very much, everybody, for being here. Really do appreciate it. I can't tell you how much I do appreciate people being here
Aye.
of a god awful hour of a Sunday morning.
I would not miss it.
Yeah. Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye, everybody. Thank
Have
you
a
very
lovely
much.
Sunday.
Yes, definitely.